Welcome, welcome. Let's just move this away a little bit there. Cool. Hi, it's Helene from the Rebel Business Builders. Look, I just wanted to do a quick video for you. We have a major launch happening in the first week of June, but I wanted to go through and show small business owners how that they can actually tap into what's actually going on and create some amazing results within their business. So for just a quick title, how small business owners are creating guaranteed residual income despite not putting any additional time into the project with the Rebel Business Builder method. Now, I'm aware that you've got your businesses and you're not looking at changing what you are doing. However, there are additional tools that you can use to build your business. So I'm just curious, has anyone ever noticed that the cost of running a business seems to be getting higher and higher? I mean, we all know wages are changing, superannuation contributions, electricity, water, the whole thing is just medical. Running a business is an expensive journey. And what about if you actually go on holidays? And probably some of you are going, yeah, right, what holidays? Your income does dip. Well, what I'm wanting to show you today, what if there was a way where you could inject more money into your business without having to raise your prices? And you could take your holidays and enjoy it as well too. How would that actually make you feel? Now, I am talking fairly quickly here because I want to get to a key point so you can see how this is actually going to impact and work with your business. Now, you and I both know customer retention is key and staff enrollment is essential. You can't do it without your staff. So there has to be a way in which we can work and build these businesses growing healthily. And I mean, there's nothing worse than walking around a community. You find that you've got more shops that are closing down. You do your research online and they say that there's constantly more challenges happening with small businesses. Well, in particular, hairdressing is in a very good situation if they started to look at the tools and how they can actually implement it within their business. But it does mean changing some of our thinking ways. So my focus today is to show you how one particular tool can go through and help you build a very strong membership site for your business. And of course, yes, it's using technology and using the way we work within business now. No longer is the business down the road your competition. We work together in collaboration. So if we're going to create success, we have to make sure that the other person is successful as well too. Now, who this is not for, people who, well, they actually like to stay in their comfort zone and keep doing what they've been doing for the last 20 years. It's also not for people who think that they're going to get a get rich quick scheme. It doesn't work that way. Or the other thing is building a business is about decision making. So if you're stuck in your comfort zone, unfortunately the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. So you do need to take some decision making here and look at other opportunities. Who this is for is businesses who are looking to make a more consistent long-term income. They want to be the leader in the community. Now, particularly want to highlight that area, be the leader in your community. Now, hairdressing in particular is an essential area. When you're looking on focusing on country areas and remote areas, the soul of the community is a hairdressing salon. That's where you go to communicate. It's where you go to create that bond in the relationship. But it has to be run as a profitable business. And also the hairdressers can actually be the leaders in their community. And it's for someone who's willing to make a decision and they're open-minded and they want to keep moving forward. Now, yes, I am a retired hairdresser. I must actually change that picture. It's a little bit young. I look fresh-faced there, but a little bit older now. But for many years, I've followed the hairdressing profession. I love small business. I've done business coaching. And I became very discontent when I actually was not forced into retire. I did retire. I managed to sell up my businesses, retire debt-free by the age of 50. But I wanted to do more with my life and to show that there was a lot of other areas that can actually create results and I think hairdressers are in a prime position to do that success results. Now, as I said, we're focusing in this particular area here. I am speaking very quickly because there is a video I want to actually go through and see. But what we're looking at doing is these 5 key areas over here are essential. And when you understand where the challenges are in your business, or you start monitoring each one of these areas, you will see massive growth and you can start to create a stronger long-term client base. You can create client retention. Membership sites are essential, guys. You're going to keep your clients long-term. Pardon me. Now, I want to really just draw attention to what we call the loyalty ladder. I find it very interesting in all the different salons that I've been to and around this area. I've only just after 10 years being in the area that I've got one that I'm sticking to, that I'm up to my 5th haircut with now. It's important to understand the different aspects people will go through when they are going into your business. And if you can start to create loyalty and build long-term customers, and the only way you do that is understand each stage of what the ladder is about. I mean, for example, I went to one particular one. I was a shopper. I actually went into the hairdressing salon. It was more an upmarket one. I wasn't questioning the price or anything else like that, but I wasn't happy with the sales routine that was being done with me. And it's interesting, all I ever get now is text messages saying, if you come to the salon again, we'll give you a 10% discount. Not one of them's actually phoned me to see how it actually was, what was the reasonings for leaving, how could they improve their service. Look, guys, I think it's important that you understand, if you spend time in that area and enroll all of your business, building customers and loyal members is key, and a hairdressing salon is in a perfect situation to go through and do that. I want to show you what happens when you look at where the issues are within your business. Now, why would someone be advertising if they're not monitoring what results they're actually getting from it? There's 5 key areas that we look at: your leads, your conversions, your average dollar sale, the number of transactions, and how you can increase your profit. Now, if you actually, this comes from the 5 Pillars of Success, Dr. Greg Chapman, awesome book. If you actually went through and had a look at this across here at the top here, if we did a measurement on our actual clients that we've got over this last 12 months and looked at what was actually going on, to go through and increase your profit, it's very hard to say, well, how am I going to create growth in my business? Well, most people usually end up advertising to try and get more clients, but they might have a problem down in this area here. For example, the average dollar sale might be poor because you've got communication problems. Let's face it, most staff members hate to sell. So if they're not being trained effectively, if they're not being enrolled in a way where they can communicate more effectively with their clients, there's no point pouring money into generating more leads if your staff can't talk correctly to your clients. So this way, it's a perfect way to go through and analyze what's actually going on in your business. And then if you start to monitor just each one of these areas and focus on just a 10% increase in each one of these areas, if you did that over a period of 12 months, you really are looking at roughly getting a 61% increase in your profit. Okay, I'm not talking about revenue, I'm talking about consistent profit, and that's what we're trying to build within your business. And the way in which we do that is customer retention. Your network is your net worth. So there's a lot of areas I want to actually go through here and have a look at, but I think it's time that we have a different approach with business and we start to look at ways in which we can do that, and is add different elements into your business, not just the same old shampoos and conditioners that you do your features and benefits with. It's not just the same old tools that you're actually using, but you introduce something that's different, that's going to do the marketing themselves, and you teach your staff and your employees how to go through and properly sell and communicate. And it's introducing different systems into your business. Now, as we know, all of us are looking at our job. Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant is one of the best books that you could ever read on how you can go through and grow your book. And everybody's got their business and they're running around working their butts off, but you're still self-employed down here in this S quadrant. We want to get some systems into the business that are actually working for you. Now, what I'm about to show you and suggest to you with this video that you'll actually go through, that is a system that is working for you. It's most important to realize that if you put these types of systems into place, it's going to consistently work behind the scenes and create you additional cash flow. And again, it will help to build you long-term customer retention systems to strategically build your business long-term. For example, here's my friend Richard. When he started implementing systems, he was in debt for up to $50,000 in debt, worked 80 hours a week plus. He was a father and he desperately wanted to get more financial freedom. And I think most of us are going to business, we're looking at doing that. But of course, it wasn't until Richard started to apply some of these multiple forms of income and these systems into his place that he could finally break that barrier that he had. Guys, this is just one tool. I'm particularly directing this video for hairdressers, but you have got the most perfect opportunity to just slow down and really absorb what's going on, because clients will always come to your business. You cannot get your hair done online. And if you're wanting to start to build long-term loyal-based customers, you can really start to help and work with them. Now, you've got to remember some of your clients might be going through some challenges as well, and they need to have some of these systems working for themselves. And it's just not about buying a shampoo and a conditioner. There's such a big area out there that you can use and create a global growth within your business. Now, just imagine if you could inject a possible $1,000 a month extra into your business without disrupting what you're already doing, right? Imagine if people were paying you from something that you referred to. What about if you were in a tourist area and somebody liked the idea of what we're about to have a look at, and they end up going back home and you're still getting paid from it? I mean, small businesses are in a prime position, and it's 10 times easier to recommend to those that are already purchasing from you. So hairdressing in particular, if you start to learn to effectively communicate and sell to your clients, you can build a long-term global business. It's time to think it's time for you to think success long-term. The ecosystems are happening around you now, and I'm going to encourage all small business to tap into the second most profitable industry, travel. And every one of you, if you are booking to go to a trade show, if you're going to go away for a weekend, you want your staff to get involved, please, it's one of the most important things you can do. You can have it as a part of your business and everybody else can benefit. So I'll sign off for now, and we will have a look at the video and see what this is all about.